you want to? Yeah?
You got all shy now. Just something you can just chat about it.
Yeah, I think we were misled
Yes.
because I never thought that they were poor white people.
Yes.
We were made to believe that, you know, all white people were well off. And like the reason why they want so many people here to work, especially women, was like supposed to do domestic work, that sort of thing. But then when I came to Southampton and I saw, you know, like white men doing menial tasks on the railway, and I'm thinking, I was a bit surprised. I was a bit taken aback because I didn't expect it really. I thought they would have, you know, like, I don't know what I expected, to be honest. And then after I got to Bolton and, well, Manchester and then Bolton, I realized that it wasn't like what I thought it would be. It wasn't a land where the streets were paved with gold or anything like that, you know. People worked very hard, very long hours. I think in those days it was about 48
hours
it was,
4 weeks.
yeah, 48 hours a week, overtime, bringing up to
Saturday
50
morning,
on Saturday mornings,
Right,
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, there was a lot of poverty. The only difference is, I think, England was cold and Jamaica was hot, so the kids could run around without clothes and you know, and shoeless. But there was a lot of poverty in this country too. Yeah.
What I discovered when I came, as I came off the ship, I saw the chimney, because I used to go to cinema a lot, you see, and it was winter here when I came, so the smoke was coming out, so right away it rang a bell to me, you see.
Oh,
and the building was all rusted up and need renovating, but yeah, it was nice inside. Most houses were nice inside.
So you knew then that the chimneys were, there were houses and the chimneys were
Yes,
from the
because I
houses?
used to go to cinema a lot in Jamaica, you see.
Oh, I used to go
So
to the
cinema.
cinema, but I didn't remember
You know, I
that
saw
bit.
it, yes, I saw that, yeah. And so it sticks in my mind. So they were coming sailing in, I thought, I expect to see this. And it was just what I saw. And so I wasn't surprised.
I was rather surprised because sorry.
What the main thing is, in Jamaica, we've been told that they are Britain, our own mother country. We were carried along with that sort of philosophy in mother country, so we are the children. Well, what happened is, when we came, we found out that the mother didn't need us, they didn't want us. You know, they didn't really
They needed you, but they didn't want you.
But you were told when you're in Jamaica that the mother country did want you. Was that the message that you
That's
were,
the message we got, because that's what Churchill said when he came over when my dad's dead, and we used to go to this cinema. Used to be in our school, and Mr. Churchill used to come across, and you know, the big bulldog man, and he was saying, the mother country needs you.
Yes,
I mean, this country was in a bad state. My dad came in 1954, so you know, then this country was an absolute wreck of a place after the Germans had finished with it.
Those that parents managed to send them to school because the parents never earned much. Menial start job with very low paid job in Jamaica. When you go to school, you were always, never know anything else but about England. That kind of a brainwash thing.
Right.
Even the poems
Right.
that the teacher liked, I repeat that one while giving the lecture. And it's in my mind because if I didn't know it, I would have got hammered at school.
Do you remember the poem now?
I remember it now.
You're going to tell us a poem.
And it says, Heffingham, Grenville, Raleigh, Drake. Cheers to the bold, and you have to do all the action. Cheers to the bold and free. Benbow, Collingwood, Byron, Blake. Hails to the kings of the sea. I mean, let's be honest, it had nothing to do with us really. They were buccaneers. But if you didn't know it, and the teacher was like a white man, you see.
I was going to say, and the teachers were white
Yes,
people, not
well,
black
this
people.
one, the headmaster, he was the one that all the stick these poems in. Well, he was white. He could pass a white man because we couldn't tell if he has any black blood in him. But he was and he literally was 99. He lived I went back and saw him when on vacation there. He only died about maybe 10 years ago.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So, but he was a good teacher. His name was Clark. That means he originated from Ireland. But he was a very good teacher. If you go, I must give what due to him. If you go to Jamaica now, and people in my age group, and even a bit younger, I mentioned Teacher Clark, he was the headmaster.
Oh, sorry, I've got
They would say, oh my, but you have to speak good English, which it wasn't bad, and you have to.
Sorry, I just turned the fan off so we couldn't hear it on the tape. Are you too hot?
No, I've not
We
turned it
will
off.
stop for a bit.
No,
and we can have the
it's
fan for a
okay,
bit.
it's okay.
Yeah,
No, it's all
We're
right.
going to get too hot.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. We'll have a break in a second, then
No,
we'll
it's
turn
okay.
turn the fan back on
You
again.
can
Yeah.
So that's how it goes. He was one of the best teachers in Jamaica, and a lot of his scholars that he turned out have good jobs in America. You know, they move on and they do very well because he was strict and he was like trying to brainwash us in a way, but it didn't do us much harm. You know what I mean? Apart from silly poems, but we learned some good poems from Kipling as well.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
All our education was
Yes.
the British education system.
Yes, that
It
was
was all,
yes.
you know, our
Entwined into Jamaican
Jamaica National. We had what would you call it, like your GCs.
Yes.
Jamaica. You have your first year, second year, and third year
Senior
exams.
Cambridge.
You know, and senior
Senior
Cambridge is the
Cambridge
one
was the
higher.
top. You could
Yeah.
get to Oxford or
But-
Cambridge with that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was all mad, like the maths are from here, from Britain. The questions, all the books that we read, our history, you know, all that sort of thing, they were all British. And yeah, it was.
So there's no history from a black or a black Jamaican perspective at
No.
all?
We didn't have much. All we had,
No.
we had something about the Maroons.
Yes.
The Maroons that they rose up against the British rule, didn't they?
Yes, and they still have their own selves in a
Yes.
semi-independent state in Jamaica up to
And we
now.
also
They
learned
don't, yeah,
about the Arawak Indians.
yes,
They were settlers on the island, the first settlers on the island.
yeah,
But apart from that, everything was run under the British system because we were part of the empire. So we had to, you know, our governor, Foote, Michael Foote brother, was one of the governors in Jamaica. Remember him, Michael Foote?
yes.
Yeah.
So you foot, yes,
And yeah, some of us, our childhood wasn't that bad
yeah.
growing up in the island. Yeah.
My grandmother was a keen Baptist church member, and Teacher Clark, that man I mentioned, he was one of the main speaker in that church. When the pastor not there, he preached, and he was a crack preacher as well. So when my grandmother go to church one Sunday, she went to Teacher Clark and asked him if I could start school, because I go to church every Sunday, and he knows me. And he said, I was only 6, but you have to start school at 7, which was terrible, really.
So,
But the excuse they make for that is that you have to walk a long way.
Yeah, yeah.
My distance was about 2.5 miles, but when I left that school, the distance was 5 miles one way.
listen, I
Super fit.
really, you know.